Well, hey everybody, Steve Huber here with Billion Dollar Contractor. I hope you're all doing awesome. Hey, I wanted to talk you through something today that I see so many of what we call phase two contractors struggle with. And those are people, phase two for us is where you're trying to stabilize the business. You've like vetted out that you have something that can make money. You know how to make money. You know how to build processes. But now we're like trying to get stable so we can build a big company that eventually we hopefully either keep and it runs without us or we sell for a bunch of money one day. So in phase two, one of the things that you can do, and it's probably your best time spent all week, is schedule 2 hours to go through your core metrics. And especially if you have more than one owner, this is super important. We're not talking about what we did this weekend. We're not saying, oh, we're good. We're just actually diving hardcore into the numbers. And there's certain things that you want to hit that cover your sales, your operations, and your finances to make sure that you have a good take on where the business is at, where it's going, how close are you to goal, all those things. I also would recommend that you don't pull it from a dashboard or report. Why would I do that? Like type it into a document and type into an Excel sheet, because there's something about actually typing the number in that makes you touch it and realize that it's not changed or it changed a lot, that you just don't get that same sense out of a dashboard or report. Now, I know I love reports and dashboards as much as the next person. But again, manually having to type it in is a huge game changer, okay? The ones that I want you to have on your report and things to go through is appointments scheduled, appointments sat, how many sales we made, our revenue, our referral rate, and our overall close rate. Those are going to be your sales numbers, okay? And again, we want to touch those every single week and understand exactly where we're at. We also want to know what our goal for each one of those numbers is at for the month. And then finally, how are we pacing? So I'll give you an example. Let's say that my appointments that I need to sit for the month, let's say I'm currently at 10 and my goal for the month is 50 and I'm halfway through the month. I know I'm not pacing anywhere close to where I should be, and therefore I've got a big problem. My close rate, my goal may need to be 30% and I'm at 35%. I know close rate is good. It helps get you focused on where the challenges are at in your business and identify trends and things that aren't going the right way. Again, so often I see people that are like, oh, it's okay, life's good, without really taking that time to nail things down, okay? Operations, we want to know things like how many jobs were scheduled this week to go down on the schedule? How many did we start? How many did we complete? How many are ready for install? How many total jobs do we have in our backlog? And how much revenue is in our backlog? Think about that as a great way to be able to make decisions. If you knew that you had no backlog, you know that you have a massive sales problem. If you knew that you had $10 million in your backlog, you know that you have a build problem and you need to focus on building work, all right? And then finally, in things like finance, what's our cash collected for the last week? What's our AR outstanding? How much cash do we have on hand? What do our margins look like for the last 30 days for any of our product lines that we're dealing with, okay? Once you have those things in place, you can start making better decisions as opposed to just kind of winging it all the time, which is what so many contractors do. So it's going to help get you ready for the next stages that ultimately, again, help you grow your company, you help sell it one day. But those foundational pieces happen right now. They happen at phase two. So if you're somebody that's like, gosh, I'm small, but I think I'm growing. I really want to grow and build this company. I just don't know where to begin. Schedule 2 hours to go through that. And I don't schedule it for an hour because I want to make sure that if we uncover problems along the way, we have time to dive into that. Again, it's 2 hours a week. And as you start adding team members in, maybe one day you have a head of sales, you have a head of finance, you have a head of operations, they start presenting those pieces of that pie. And it's kind of like your board meeting, right? You're like, how is my company doing at a high level mark with our core metrics? And then we can dive into the challenge areas that we need to dive into, or the things that we're crushing at. We can dive into that too and find out how do we lean harder into those areas that we're absolutely crushing it at. But it all starts with just getting organized. So anyways, the best 2 hours a week you can spend right now is to just have that board meeting of 1 or 2 or 10 or whatever the number is for you. Go through your core metrics, find what you need to focus on for the week and get organized and actually go push towards it and and work hard. So anyways, if you'd like a copy of the template, we have it out. We share it with all of our tier 2 members. I'll send it to you. Just drop me a note down below. Say, hey, send me the template, and I'll make sure that we send it on over to you. Okay. Anyways, take care. Happy selling.